What's up, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back here to make this video about Mac Dre. Alright? I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while, and I'm gonna still come out with more of the abouts videos, okay? But for those that's your first time watching a video like this, let me say my quick disclaimer. I am not here talking about his biography, okay? I'm just simply talking about how I found out about Mac Dre, all right? So with that being said, let's bring it on. So I found out about Mac Dre back in 1997. My older brother, he had the Master P, the West Coast Bad Boys 2. There was a compilation of that, and then I remember Mac Dre had a song on there called What You Like.
And every time I rap I bust what you like, cause I'm the coldest MC to ever touch your mind.
Later on, I think it was like in late 2003, or no, it was middle 2004. That's when I started hearing more about Mac Dre, because he had came out with the Trio TV, the soundtrack in the movie. So I purchased those just to see what was going on. I thought Mac Dre was probably a special artist, man. Like, I'd never heard a style from anybody else the way he raps. Like, it can be one song, he's serious like a mug, you know what I'm saying? And then the next song, he can be like really jokey and clowning on the track, having fun with it. And it was weird, because I was like, man, I never heard a rapper rap like this or had different style. I remember the Trio TV soundtrack, and I watched it, the DVD. He had a DVD that came out with it. And as I was watching it, I'm like, this man was definitely ahead of his time, man. He was ahead of his time, because he was doing things, honestly, that a lot of rappers was not doing. Now, you had rappers came out with movies and quick little documentaries here and there, but Mac Dre had it like, he presenting y'all like certain topics, and then he had another topic, and then he had another topic. It's like he was, to me, it's like he was YouTubing. Like, if there was, I put it like this, if there was YouTube around the time with Mac Dre, I think he would have had millions of views. He probably would have been one of the first YouTubers that was well known out there. I'm so serious when I say that, because the way he was presenting himself on Trio TV, it was like he kind of knew how the world was going to evolve with social media and the internet, and how, you know what I'm saying? It's like he kind of knew. Fast forward to like 2000, probably August or September 2004. I heard about the Mac Dre Genie of the Lamp and then Ronald Reagan album, but I didn't purchase it at the time because, I was in the service and I was out and about, you know what I'm saying? And I think when I came back from C, this was in November 2004, because I used to go on a forum. If y'all remember, there was a forum called southwestconnection.com. Shout out to Tremendous, because I remember he was like one of the main peoples that had that website. So there was like a forum on there, and I used to go on it. And there was I think it was another website I used to go on too. It was a forum, and they would talk about certain topics with music and stuff like that. So after I came back from the military, I was out to sea for a while, I started buying CDs like that. I was just buying CDs because I was just bored. You know what I'm saying? But in November, when I heard about what happened to Mac Dre, I was like, man, I kind of felt bad, because I didn't really, I purchased his CDs because, like I said, I purchased the soundtrack in the movie, right? But I didn't really purchase a lot of his albums. So when I heard about the tragedy that he got killed, I'm like, man, I said, that sucks, man. Because I was like, I had a feeling he was going to be the next big thing, man, when it comes to being a rap artist. And when they said what happened, I just felt bad, man, because I really wanted to purchase more of his music while he was alive. So I said, well, Let me just start buying it, just do it to support. So I bought the Genie of the Lamp, Ronald Reagan. I think he had the Gamer Stick, and then Denzel Washington, and all down the line. I started buying all of his CDs just to show my appreciation, because it sucked, man. I'm like, dang, and it was sad when I heard it happen, because, like I said, I remember reading the documentary, because I still look at some of his interviews or videos that he made back in the day, because it is like he kind of knew the future. We definitely lost a true rap legend, even though I still felt like he didn't win at his peak. He wasn't at his peak yet. I don't feel like he was, but I feel like he was getting there. He had the way he rapped, he had like some weird terminologies, man. Like it kind of influenced me to say certain terms like that, like 20-inch chromie, and Beezy. What thee is it? All those terminologies stay buttered up. And I think some of these people out here knows that he had his own slang, kind of like E40 did, But it's sad that he's no longer here with us, man. Like, it's been like 20 years since he was deceased. And it's crazy to say that over 20 years. But I'm saying all of this to say this. Mac Dre would have sold social media up. I can almost promise you it, because if once social media hit probably like in mid 2000s, like 2006, 2007, with MySpace, and then Facebook was coming up in the game, and then Twitter was starting to get his stardom, and YouTube, because remember, Mac Dre, he died before YouTube started coming around. And like I told people, Mac Dre would have lived within social media. I think he would have easily adapted to it. I think he would have easily adapted to it, because he was making a lot of vlog videos. He was making a lot of short videos, like 30-second clips about certain things, and move on to the next subject. It would have been, man, listen, I'm telling you, I'm almost positively sure he would have easily switched to social media like it was nothing, because he was already kind of doing that. Unfortunately, we'll never know. I'm a big Mac Dre fan. I just want to say that, because I love the way he was rapping with Young Black Brotha. He came from being like extremely lyrical, that started being more fun and more partying with his music, which I can totally respect. You know what I'm saying? Without selling himself out. He did all that without selling himself out. And if you listen to the interview with was it Andre Nicotima? If you listen to that interview, he already kind of figured out how the rap game was going to be, or was getting. Because I remember he said back in the 90s, he was, extremely lyrical with pretty decent beats. But in today's time, and he was talking about 2004, now most of the time people just listen to the beats, and it don't matter what you're saying. You could be saying as long as the beat knocking, that's all what matters. And that is a true fact. Because if you listen to today's modern rap music, a lot of these rappers today ain't really saying nothing, but they got some banging beats. They have some banging beats, and I would say they have some decent hooks. But when it comes to the verses, most of us ain't really listening to their lyrics. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of predicted how rap music was going to end up being. I just wanted to say rest in peace to Mac Dre. I hope everything with his family is doing well and all that good stuff. And trust me, I will always listen to Mac Dre's music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's how I found out about him back in '97. And again, this is when I didn't really know who he was, but I did heard the song What You Like off of the compilation. Like I said, I found out about him in 2003 with the soundtrack of Trill TV. And and it's crazy. I was like, damn, I really hated to hear. I hate to hear any tragedy, you know, with someone dying or getting killed. But this one, this artist in particular, I really felt bad about it. And I'm like, damn, man, I know he was on his rise to stardom. I really knew it. That's it. That's my video about Mac Dre. Mac motherfucking Dre. Alright, but rest in peace to him, man. And I hope his music get more recognition as time progresses and all that good stuff. Alright, much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another video. Alright, peace out, guys.
The reviewer, the review, the reviewer, the reviewer, the reviewer, the review, the reviewer, the reviewer, the reviewer.